What's up, y'all? As you know, we got a new Warbond today, Polar Patriots, and it's something for sure. Let's start with the main thing. We have a winter-themed, we have a winter-themed Warbond, but we don't have any passive surrounding that. There's even like spikes, cleats, I don't know what the hell you call it, on the boots of the armor. I feel like I shouldn't be slipping and sliding on ice if I'm using this. I thought that was the whole point of showing it off like that, but it was just for show, I guess. That's it for the armor. Weapons are a different story though. All right, here we have the Tenderizer, and the funny thing about the Tenderizer is it's basically the same as a Liberator. If we look at the Liberator and the Tenderizer, realistically, the Liberator is the better option. Obviously, both are good because they do the same amount of damage and have the same amount of pin, so you won't notice any TTK differences, but you will reload a lot more. What's the point in using the Tenderizer over the Liberator unless you just want to use a cooler looking gun? Obviously when they repaint it black, because it's not supposed to be green right now, but currently it's green because they shipped it out wrong. I kind of like it green, but maybe that's just me. Then we have Motivational Shocks. Now this, I don't really know how good it is. Now see, this is cool, and you do notice that you're not slowed for as long as you were previously, but at the same time, if you end up getting slowed, you either kill what slowed you, or you're gonna take a bunch of damage and possibly die at the end of the day. There's no in between, but it does lower the duration, so it helps. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, the only time that I'm gonna use this is on ice planets, because I feel that's probably the only time that it actually helps because of the ice flowers. I have a bad habit of running into them. Other than that, you shouldn't use this unless you really hate slows, and at that point, go for it. All power to you. I completely understand. Now, some people are hating on the pummeler, and if I'm being honest, I don't fuck with that because this weapon is good. If you look at the description, it says fires concussive rounds that stagger enemies. Now, it doesn't say it in the weapon traits. They're gonna have to fix that, but this thing is nice with the riot shield. If you're not using SMGs with the riot shield, I don't know what, you're a madman. Okay, you shouldn't use this weapon or any SMG in that matter if you're not using the riot shield. They go hand in hand. But this thing right here just completely outclasses the Liberator Concussive. For one, it has the same amount of damage, more fire rate, less recoil, and a higher mag capacity. So the Liberator Concussive just doesn't even exist anymore. I mean, nobody used it prior to that, but now there's really no reason to use it. Now, this weapon right here is to be used mainly against bots. If you're not using this against bots, you'll be fine, as it does good against the bugs, but you just be better off with any of the shotguns, to be honest. Also, another Helldivers YouTuber, Odo, claimed that this didn't stun Devastators on body shots. That's not true. Dropship. As you can see, I'm clearly stunning Devastators. The only Devastator I didn't stun is the regular one because I couldn't find a regular one. Also, another thing, this mag is misaligned. You'll never forget this now. Moving on from the pummeler, you got the Incendiary Impact. Now this is exactly what it says. It is a flame explosion on contact. If I'm being honest, I rarely run grenades now because of the grenade pistol and stun grenades just being way too good in a good way. They don't need to be nerfed. But because of that, I don't use grenades anymore. So this is a cool addition, but it won't be seeing my inventory because stun grenades provide all the utility I need within every dive. Plus, when I was using this, sometimes it just seemed as if the bugs were just sitting in the fire and not taking damage. I don't know if it would just, they was in a safe spot somehow of the like flame area that it provides, or if the dot bug is back, because I was playing with random people, but I doubt it's the second one because I was also using a flame shot and it was working flawlessly. So it may just be a bit bugged on the grenade where they can sit in a certain area of the fire and it doesn't catch on to them. But I've only seen it happen with hive guards. If there's a hive guard, some of them will die. Like if there's a bunch of them, some of them will die, and there's just that one guy that's just sitting in it chilling. That happened to me like 5 times with this nade. Other than that, it's a great nade. Closes bug holes, helps you clear out bug breaches. I wouldn't use it against bots because bots and fire kind of suck because they don't just sprint through it. They can shoot at you. So you're just better off still using stuns, impacts, and the other 2 grenades, fragmentation and HE. Just keep using those. Don't touch flame grenades on bot side. It's a waste of time. And now we get to the real problem of this Warbond. The reason we buy Warbonds is usually for the last weapon. Okay? Now see, that's different in this one because the crossbow was cool, yes, but everybody wanted this when it got previewed. You have a shrapnel exploding rifle that no longer has shrapnel. That's not the topic, okay? Cutting edge. You have an arc shotgun. That's fucking cool. Still veterans. Here, we wanted the flame shotty. Nobody really cared about this thing. The flame shotty was the main attraction because during this time, the breaker was OP. It was like, oh, there's another breaker. But when people started figuring out that this breaker sucks, that kind of changed a little bit. Once again, not the main topic. Main topic is the purifier. This thing can even be used for bugs or bots currently. Since the charge takes forever and it's not an arc thrower, you don't want to be using this on bugs. This is worse than the adjudicator on bugs. Okay? This is really, really bad on bugs. Because you'll just get swarmed instantly. You have no time to charge it. And even if you bring the rover, that's still not going to help you. It does not make up for the lack of this weapon's horde clearing capability. It doesn't make up. Do not bring this weapon into the bug side. I wouldn't even say bring it to the bot side either. But knowing me, I'm still going to do it because I like the weapon. It's a cool design and concept. But it shouldn't be functioning the same as the Plasma Punisher and the Plasma Scorcher. The Scorcher shoots straight, explodes on impact. Okay, Plasma has an arc, explodes on impact. This has a charge up. It should not explode on impact. What's the point of even giving this medium armor pin if it explodes on impact? At that point, it does nothing. Devastators take 4 hits to kill with this and 3 in the arm. I've only tested this once, to be honest. I haven't done a full test, but when I was playing, I was like, okay, maybe in the legs, no, the legs don't do shit. But I shot it 3 times in arm and it died. Maybe it was already damaged. Who knows? If you're shooting center mass, it takes 4 shots with this to kill a Devastator. That's not good. This thing feels terrible to use. But it could feel so... It could be the one good primary in the game if you just took away the explodable impact and just gave it a regular hit. And it was like... Just make it a plasma DMR. Keep its damage... Make it a plasma DMR. It doesn't have good magnification, so that'd also be another trade-off. It has low zoom, has charge up, but because of that, you get medium armor pin and be the best medium armor pin in the game. That way, people will be inclined to use this weapon against bots, because as it stands, we're still using the same weapons. People are still using the Scorcher, still using the Scythe, or still using the Sickle, I mean, the Eruptor, the Dominator, the most. This is used basically the same as a Scorcher, at least in what I've seen. Some people are even still bringing out the Breaker, right? Especially now with the Pummeler being so good and bots being it's the best SMG, and a lot more people are in tune to what the Riot Shield can bring. Everybody's just using this and a laser cannon. But see, the problem with this and a laser cannon is, well, if you use this, you can't go first person aim, which could help in certain scenarios. You lose all sight of that in the Riot Shield. The laser, it doesn't help. And trying to kill rocket devastators with this and a Riot Shield isn't the easiest thing to do because they just ragdoll you constantly. But if he was able to use this to kill the devastators, one tap at that, this is not a crazy idea, it has to charge up. So since we're charging it up, we get to one tap them. I feel like that's a fair trade-off. Or low zoom, charge up, high damage, one shot capability. That is a fire trade-off. If we just make this able to one shot devastators to the face on the charge up, we'll be good. We will now have another weapon that could be used against bots. Because see, right now, that's what the Jar Dominator can do. This does exactly what I just said. It can one-tap Devastators to the face because it has high damage, low zoom, and horrible handling. So why not give this that same capability by just taking away the explosive part? You can even keep the bullet drop if you want to. Just get rid of the splash damage and make it like the Dominator. That way, people could be like, I can either use this or I could use this. This, you have to charge up. This is heavy, but there's no charge up. Or you can keep using the Scorcher and just keep spamming the body like everybody's been doing. If you want lightweight, you go Scorcher. If you want heavy, no charge up, you go Dominator. And if you want lightweight but one shot, you have to go charge up. That's more than enough fair trade-off. You could even have it be like the railgun, where you have to reload each bullet. You just make it a round reload plasma weapon. After every charge up, you reload it. That would make even more sense to have it go up against the Dominator at that point, because this has a mag. This is round reload. That's one of the main reasons people didn't like the Punisher and preferred the Breaker. This is a round reload. This is a mag reload. Now see, the Slugger is a round reload, but it can do what the Breaker and the Punisher can't. It's a trade-off. Right now, the trade-off for this is just sucks. There's no reason to use this. Please fix this weapon. And for the last weapon, we have the Verdict. Now, me personally, I like this thing. Some people might say it's basic. Fuck it. This thing feels nice. Okay? Feels really nice. I personally am going to be using it over the Senator, despite it having light armor pin. I rarely use the medium armor pin on the Senator. I just pull this thing out when I have no bullets. And that's even if I end up running a secondary, because like I said earlier, I'm usually running this. But if I'm having a pistol, I'm not bringing this anymore. I'm bringing this, because this just, man, it looks nice. It feels nice. It shoots nice. That's all I wanted. It's almost like this, but this just does less damage. So this is cooler. I mean, just fucking look at it. Iron sights are clean. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing over the Senator. Aiming down the sights of this thing fucking blows. Aiming down the sights of this is like a peek into heaven. That's how clean it is. But besides that, I mean, that's it. Once again, for the, what is this? For the past 3 Warbonds, it's only been 2 weapons that have been usable out of it. Cutting edge, we got the Blitzer and the Sickle. Some people use the Plasma Punisher. It's still not the greatest. It is better now, but it's still not the greatest. Especially when it came out, nobody used it. Hell, people even barely used the Blitzer. That's just because they was unaware. Now they're aware, everybody's using it. The Sickle was a clear winner of this Warbond, but the Blitzer came in second. For Democratic Detonation, it was the Eruptor and the Grenade Pistol. This one, everybody runs a Grenade Pistol. Everybody knows how good the Grenade Pistol is. And most people knew how good the Eruptor was. Rest in peace to the Eruptor. For the Patriots, I mean, it's just the Pummeler and the Verdict. That's the 2 good weapons of this Warbond. But it's so close to having the best weapon in the game.